Hi, I'm Mark from Valor Excel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'd like to talk to you about developing new programs in your small business. Now, maybe you've never even thought in those terms before, and that's okay. A lot of entrepreneurs don't. If you do own and operate your own business, you already have a vested stake in it, and you've already seen firsthand just how much work has entailed. If you've invested all of the time, energy, effort, and money necessary to get your business up and running, you're probably ultra focused on just going through your day-to-day routine and turning a profit. So the whole idea of developing programs might seem a little counterintuitive. And what in the world are we even talking about when we say program? What is the definition of a program? It depends a lot on who you talk to. From my own perspective, I look at business programs as just being subdivisions of the business, smaller components of the overall operations. But this is key. They're also comprised of different elements that are working together in a formal structure to accomplish things that they otherwise wouldn't be able to if they were just functioning in an isolated capacity. A lot of times when we talk about small businesses, we're casting a pretty wide net. There are so many different types of businesses. And it's easy to assume that the vast majority of those are retail operations. But in the small business realm, scientific, technical, and professional services businesses actually comprise the bulk. And those types of businesses, by their very nature of what they do, tend to be a little bit more attuned to the needs of clients. And so a program can seem like a more logical fit in those. But even in a retail establishment where you're providing some type of goods to your customers, you can still implement programs. Programs are a way to do a little bit more than what you're doing right now and to branch out into different areas. So from the realm of a small business, that's something that's really worth looking at. They don't necessarily have to involve a large amount of capital or a high staff commitment, but they do require a different approach. And so today I'd like to share 5 really basic concepts with you to keep in mind if you develop programs in your small business. Number 1, properly managing programs requires careful oversight. Now, as a business owner, you're already providing oversight for everything in your business, but it's a little bit different when you get into the realm of program management. And part of the reason for that is that programs really do require you to look into the long term. You want a program to be something that continues to provide value both to you as the business owner and also to the people that the program serves. So you need to be able to look a little bit further down the road and figure out what it will require a year from now or maybe even 5 years from now to not just keep the program moving, but to keep it growing, developing, and embracing new things. This requires a completely different perspective, and you need to be able to get outside of the daily routine mindset to be a little bit more forward-thinking and a little bit more visionary. And you should have not only a mission statement for your business describing what you're doing today, but also a vision statement that encapsulates what you would like to do a few years down the road, the bigger picture, the grander purpose for why you started the business in the first place. Number 2, programs usually need to be modified in order to succeed. Now, this is something that's really worth considering because I think sometimes people launch programs under the assumption that they've worked every detail out and they know exactly what will be involved. But no matter how much research you do, it's impossible to anticipate everything. There will always be some logistical hurdle that you couldn't possibly have seen coming. And so part of properly managing programs means that you need to develop an understanding of what to do when something unexpected falls into your lap. It's all about administrative adjustment. You don't want to relinquish control of the program and just let everything up to chance. You don't want to relax the standards and the parameters that define what the program is about, but you need to be able to be flexible and fluid in the moment, still staying true to what you're doing, but being able to navigate around things that may come up in the way. Part of this involves your staff, whoever the people are who will actually be carrying out the work of the program, need to be involved and directly connected to whoever is managing the program, because it really is a combined oversight. It's the general supervision of whoever is ultimately accountable for that program being successful, but it's also very much the input of the people who do the work each day. Number 3, programs are always connected to stakeholders. Now, if you're the owner of your business, you're already the main stakeholder. The people who will be working in the program, carrying out the functions, they're stakeholders as well. But there can also be external stakeholders. It could be other businesses that you're in some sort of a partnership with. Or let's say that your business actually operates within the nonprofit realm. In a scenario like that, you may find that your programs are actually funded by grants or donors. And in situations like that, where you have a unique external funding stream, you have an accountability back to the people providing those finances as to whether or not you are properly carrying out what the program is all about. This can introduce an entirely different perspective that really comes down to the realm of outcome tracking, because programs need to show their worth, and you need to be able to properly document whether or not the program is living up to its fullest potential and impacting your clients or customers in the way that you intended it to. Develop mechanisms that can track that not only on an internal level, but also be easily disseminated into ways that you can bring that narrative to someone outside of your organization who would never really understand what it's all about. Being able to show the value of the program is important as well, because you want each program to not only prove its worth, but to serve as a precedent for future programs and other growth and development within your business. Number 4, programs challenge team growth and collaboration. One of the greatest things about developing a program is that it does pull those involved in it away from the focus of standard daily job duties that can just become cut and dried and be done almost robotically. To really have a flourishing program, you need people who are committed to creative problem solving. And because programs by their very nature bring different disciplines together to accomplish something new in the business, by having your team members involved in that program bringing their input into whatever is happening, you can not only solve problems, but come up with even new ideas, make new inroads. Even if you own a retail-oriented business, you can develop programs that give you new visibility in untapped corners of your local marketplace. And having a cohesive team of people who can really work together, share ideas, and come up with new ways to do things is an incredibly powerful tool. And number 5, a program-based mindset is linked to business maturity. Now, if you just started a small business, you may not want to get into developing programs just yet. Get your basic business model in place, get your daily operations up and running, and get things established. But when you are ready to take that step, it is an indicator that you are moving to a higher level, because programs do require commitment, discipline, and a determination to really be in them for the long haul. You can't expect immediate results, and you need to be able to find nuanced ways to gauge whether or not you really are getting a good return on investment for everything that you put into developing and administrating the program. But in doing so, you'll not only develop your own managerial skills, but you'll also change the entire fabric of your organization. Your business will move into different realms it otherwise never would have. Businesses are at their best when they stay fresh, inventive, and innovative, and programs are a powerful way to do that. It doesn't even matter what the specific subject of the program is, but programs can be a great way to differentiate you from everybody else and show the true value that you can bring to the people you serve. I hope what we talked about today was helpful for you. Programs are something that are definitely worth looking into. They're not to be approached casually. You want to very specifically research and find a good, valid, relevant program that makes sense for your business and for your local business sphere. You want to make sure that you're impacting people in meaningful ways and also benefiting your company. But when you do undertake those steps, it can be a great adventure and really move you into new uncharted territory with great benefits for your entire organization. Maybe today you find that your organization isn't in a great place. You might be struggling, really feeling like you're stuck in the mud and you don't know how to get out of it. If that describes you, I'd like to help. If you click on the link in the description below this video, you can download a free PDF called Taking Your Organization's Temperature. It'll give you great insights into the health of your organization and where you can start making changes to improve things and get on a better trajectory. If this episode was beneficial for you, would you please give us a like? And in the comments below, let me know, have you ever developed any kind of programs in your small business? And if so, what were the results? I'd also like to invite you to subscribe to Valor XL. We publish new content on a regular basis, and all of it is specifically tailored to help small businesses truly thrive. I really appreciate you joining me today. Please come back for the next installment. Remember, at Valor XL, we're committed to helping you do smart work. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. And until then, goodbye for now.